Well, it's that time of the year again, and first of all, I just want to start off by saying thank you for what's to come and what we've done already to get to where we're sitting today, and really just pushing the top 40 sales drive. And reflecting back and looking at the beginning of the year, it's kind of funny because in January and February, we always say it, we're like, shoo, it was a good run, but 44, there's just no beating 44. And then you get into March and April, and you're like, all right, let's roll up our sleeves and let's do it again, and let's create that fun and excitement to have a push. So this year it's the top 40 sales drive, and really, truly couldn't do it without our entire team. And when I say our entire team, it's not just the sales department. It's not just the sales managers, general manager of the Preston Ford store, but it's the detail department, the accounting office. It's everyone coming together on the sales and the service side of things for us to have a record-breaking month. I mean, the service department, having the technicians there, having the advisors there, the managers there, not only pushing to see where we're at, but helping us get there with all the PDIs that come in and come through the store with the influx of inventory, the accounting office working and putting through additional deals with the same staff. People always ask me, how do you do it in December and why December? And in 2009, 10 years later, when we finished 109 in the nation, we didn't think, we thought that was awesome. And then you look 10 years further and say, wow, what we've accomplished and what we're going to accomplish this year. We truly couldn't do it without our team at Preston Ford and Denton Ford on making it happen and just creating that excitement, that urgency, and doing it with the same amount of staff that we do it all the other months. So for us, coming off a great November, I know November's finishing today for us in the sales rankings, but looking at this month and looking at how the month was set up, I know me personally looked at it and said, it's going to be tough to beat last year. I mean, the setup was better for us last year than it was this year, with Black Friday having a week left for the month. This year, you go Friday, Saturday, over. And for us having the day that we had, 61 out of Preston Ford on Black Friday, following it up with a decent Saturday, and then looking at some of the sales numbers from across the country, truly amazing what our team did and what our staff did, what our finance managers pushed through the finance office. Just a great team effort, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I tell you what, David, you did your video, and I think it popped on around 10:58 or whatever it was, right before 11 o'clock on Saturday night, right?
Yeah,
Friday night on Black Friday. So, and my post back was all I can say is wow, because it's amazing what was done. Really at Preston Ford and Denton. I mean, it's just amazing just to do it. I don't know if you noticed, in years past, I was calling you about every other hour. I tried to do it every other. Yeah. I tried to do it every 2 hours or every 2.5 hours this year because I really didn't like getting hung up on. But but the fact of the matter is, it's awesome. It's great to be where we are right this moment. Never had been here before. I mean, there's up until a couple years ago, we weren't even in the top 100 until sometime at the end of December. Really, sometime. January 1st or January 2nd, when we saw the reports. So, and that's really, it's really all because of you all. You all are really, really stepping your game up. And actually, it's pretty neat. David mentioned, last year, the pretty neat thing is we're pacing right with last year. And that's, and a lot of larger dealers aren't. Smaller dealers are, but a lot of larger dealers aren't. And that's given us a chance to move up the rankings. That's really given us a chance to, because I never ever thought, and being this video is for us internally, I never ever thought that we'd be chasing a good friend of mine, Tim Michael, out of Capital Ford. I mean, just never really thought that would happen. Never thought that I'd be able to look at the guy who runs Santan Ford, who I get to see at dealer council and say, you lost, which that will be fun if we can pull that off. Actually, I put their name in a group text message this morning. So it's really good. And what really amazes me this time of the year is the leads and the way that everybody pulls together. Not only the leads that you provide the sales force and the managers, it's the purchases that we do. we'd have to ask Steph Lee, but I think it's a record D-plan month every year. And we can't, it's amazing, and we can't really thank you all enough. It's really, really amazing. But it's gonna this year here, moving up playing with the big boys, because they're still, and now we're now we are definitely running with the big dogs. And as we have watched the reports, we can come out of one heck of a day and go, we're either in the same spot or possibly even one behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of amazing. So last year, last year and the years before, we got to look at that, and then it's hard to say. We got to tweak that intensity up, right? And just, so if we go back and we look in Decembers of previous years, we always had those 3 or 4 days, right, where we question, how did we only sell 8? Or whatever. What we got to do is we all got to be committed. Every single one of us need to really be committed and say, we just can't have one of those days, right? We just cannot have one of those days. Not a Ravens fan, not but I'd like to see them win because it makes you happy. But yesterday it was what amazed me more than the Ravens winning, right at the end of the game, was seeing how many Ravens fans we're still sitting out in the rain, getting drenched, watching the Ravens. And, I always want to say be like a Cowboy, and I've been telling everybody, let's not be like a Cowboy this year.
They're still in first place in their division thanks to the Dolphins beating the Eagles.
Yeah, that's true, right?
John Lee, how does that work?
Yeah, that just, so that's, let's play like the Ravens did yesterday, and just give it our all the whole time. You mentioned John Lee. It's 44 or better, the Eagles jersey stays up, right? Or not, it doesn't stay up. A new one goes up. A new one goes up.
Well, 43 or better.
43 or better, yes, and that's the John Lee Memorial jersey there, or however we want to do it. So I know we were putting it up last year. David mentioned we never thought, and John, when he came down off the ladder, he said to me, I said, you want to go again this year? I don't know if we can beat it. So. We always have our doubts, but what's really amazing is we might have ours, but it seems like you all never do. So.
Yep. So right now, sitting at 51st in the nation, as Senior mentioned, it's crazy when you're sitting at 51st, and after today, that might, it has a possibility to go backwards a spot or two. And that just is a testament to the sales numbers and the dealers that we're competing against, and looking at the Ford stores we're competing against. Coming into this morning, 16th in the nation, tied. Absolutely incredible. Definitely the highest we've ever been sitting in the month of November. So it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort, a lot of commercial sales by the commercial king and his department to really push the envelope. I know Les still has a shot at getting to his 800 commercial vehicles that he's been saying for a couple years, and this is the time, and this is the place that we can definitely do it. And truly, it's a testament to our entire team. When you're a salesperson coming in, and actually Debbie said it the other day on Black Friday, she said, being a new salesperson and seeing Black Friday, you get a taste and a feel for what you hear December is. And it's just insane on Black Friday, the amount of, Carrie sold 14.
Right.
But even just as impressive as that, people new to the business selling 3, 4, and 5 cars on that day is just an incredible, and that's what we've got to do in December. And it's really taken, when we had Walter Bond speak the other week, it's crazy to say that a good month in December's a great salesperson selling 40 plus. And I think that we'll have 5 or 6 salespeople that have the potential of doing that this month, and it's a testament to the excitement that the store brings and the excitement the store captures for the month. So it's going to be a fun, exciting ride, and I just can't wait to see how it shakes out and how we finish.
I can't either, and I tell you what, you brought up Les, the king of commercial, and I can tell you, I don't know when it was probably like mid-January of this year. Les, he came up to me and says, I'm going to get that 800 this year. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And everybody who knows him knows he, and the cool thing is he's kept that message alive all year long, and he's really pushed, and he's really pushed the team. And, there's been a lot of, I interact with, some of the salespeople. What did Justin Jones say that he's going to do in the last quarter? 90 plus? Is that,
Yeah.
is that
Well,
what
no,
he
it's
said?
going to be over that.
It's
'cause
going to be over that.
He's back to back over 30. So
Yeah. Yeah.
he's going to sell. His goal is 45 this month. And I mean, you bring up Les and you bring up the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers have a 4-string quarterback and they're 7-5. They got a better record than the Cowboys. I mean, it's pretty crazy.
Wow, we had to go there. But anyway, yeah, that, you dug deep to pay the Steelers a compliment.
Yeah, we're not putting a Steelers jersey up. We're not doing that.
Yeah, we can't do that. Can't do that. But I didn't think we could put an Eagles jersey up.
Yeah.
But if Les can pull off 1,000
this year,
right now, we'll put it right up beside that Eagles jersey.
Yep.
What do you think? Yeah. So, yeah, so
we'll get all 4 numbers on there.
Yeah, we will. So, anyhow, again, we can't thank you all enough, and let's make sure we keep that intensity going. And we all, sometimes like in the middle of the month, we all get a little bit edgy. Let's make sure when we walk on the field that that we're planning to have fun, and that's what champions are made of. And right now, we're speaking, in my personal opinion, out of all the teams, whether it's sports or whatever, we're speaking to the champions, the best. The best in the nation, because walk outside, look around, you can either see a cornfield across the street, or you might see the Farm Bureau. There's not a whole lot there as far as and you all are the talk of the country, and let's make sure that because everybody's looking at our results. Let's make sure that we kick butt and let them know that we're the team to beat.
Yep. Let's have a lot of fun. Let's sell a lot of cars, and let's make this a December to remember.